Hey, that's my bitch. Hey, that's my bitch. What? Huh? What the fuck? I'm not redoing this. Welcome back to another episode of Mars Day with Mark, Fire Family. It is episode 88, and it is your host with the most, Mr. Meyer, with the fire. Here to, that was too small. Hold up. With the fire. Here to take the collective vibration higher. Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Turn your sound up. 88 is a special number. Gang, if you are new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. This is your weekly astrology podcast, and this is a very good week. Truthfully, today's a great day. Every day is a great day. Even the worst day of your life is a great day, if you really think about it. Why? Because life is good. Can I get an amen? Can I get a flame in the comments? If you guys enjoy this video, do leave a like, do subscribe, do comment, do something nice for yourself. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. Let me show you the chart of the moment, and then I'm going to show you, where we're going. So this is Tuesday to Tuesday, just so you know, Mars Day with Mark. Mars Day is Tuesday. Mars rules over Tuesday. So this is the chart of the moment. I'm going to show you the degrees. I'm actually going to run back a week too, just to show you what's kind of been happening. And then we'll go a week in the future and I'll show you the major events for this week. So we stay ahead of the curve, above the current. Does that sound good? It sounds great to me. Anyway, the sun is at 23 Aquarius. This is the last week of Aquarius. We've got our moon waxing at 19 Leo as I'm filming this Tuesday night. And guys, that means she is about to bust. She's about to pop. Freaky ass moon. Oh God. Full moon coming like real soon. For some of you guys, by the time you watch this, the moon is already going to be full. Like me personally, I'm in Central Standard Time. In other words, like the middle of America. And this moon is going to peak at about 7 in the morning CST on Wednesday. So, we're going to get our shiesty ass moon spells on, but I digress. Anyway, we've got Mercury at 25 Aquarius. We've got Venus at 5 Aries. Mars is retrograde at 17 Cancer. You've got Jupiter direct at 11 Gemini. Saturn at 18 Pisces. Uranus at 23 Taurus. Neptune conjunct the North Node at 28 Pisces, North Node up there at 29. And you got Pluto in the sign of Aquarius at 2 degrees. So let me go back one week just to show you guys really what's been going on. So it's been a happy little Aquarius season, and I hope you guys are feeling freaky. Hope you're feeling weird. Hope you're feeling like yourself. Hope you're breaking out the box that you and the world and society has conditioned and put you inside of. Unless you like the box. Life is what you make it. Hold up. Do you guys see the work, the gains? Oh, I know, dude. I know. I just had to call out the elephant in the room. Like, yeah, we're looking at planets, but look at the star right in front of you. Oh, I did arm day and chest day, and we got some cardio in today. And I feel like a billion Bitcoins. You thought I was going to say dollars. No, far more valuable. I feel priceless. You can't get what? Oh, God damn. You can't put a price on this feeling. But anyway, about a week ago, we had the fucking sun at goddamn 16. Get the kids out of here unless you want me to teach them something really fucking cool. Kids, here's the new word. And this means this is how you show respect to your elders. Just okay, kids, take notes. Just say, what the fuck? You bitch, you. Okay, you're welcome. I'm educating the youth. And we had the moon waxing. We were about the quarter moon phase. We had the sun at fucking 16 Aquarius. We had the moon at 15 Taurus. And we had Mercury at about 13 Aquarius. We had Venus just moving into the sign of Aries. We had Mars at about 19 Cancer. Jupiter still at 11, but it was, stationing direct. Saturn at 17, Uranus right there at 23. Everything was exactly the same, damn near. So this is the crazy part. Like, I know this is a lot of numbers, a lot of big brain fucking math. They said, why do you swear so much? And my question for y'all is like, why don't you swear enough? Why aren't you cussing more? I actually do cuss a little. What's your favorite curse word? Probably fuck. Anyway, where's the button? Okay, boom. 2 weeks of future. 2 weeks of future? No, it's 1 week. What is time, guys? Really, I want to know before I tell you about this, like, what the fuck is genuinely my question ever since I got here. When I was like just a baby, you know, and the doctor slapped me for asking. I was trying to find the words. I was like, wham, wham. He said, bitch. And I said, damn, dude, I'm gonna get you back for that shit. You bitch, you. But what the fuck? What doth life? What the hell? But anyway, we have the sun sliding his beautiful ass into Pisces this week. You'll have the moon wane to about Scorpio. So that's cool, you know. How cool is that? We'll get close to the last quarter phase. We've got Mercury moving into Pisces this week, but everything else stays damn near the same. You've got Venus moving 4 degrees. Count them up. One, two, three, four. Like, damn, there's what the fuck? And you've also got, Mars moving like, no, Mars is at 17 degrees, man. Mars is slowing down, which means the retrograde is almost over. Mars retrograde has been a trip. You've got Jupiter not moving at all. I mean, you've got some minutes, but it's like as far as degrees go, Jupiter's still going to be at 11 a week from now. Saturn will be at 19. Uranus will be at 23 still. Neptune in the same spot. Pluto in the same spot. North Node basically in the same spot, guys. So this is like a freak. This is a weird time right now in a good way. I really don't think anything in astrology is good or bad, frankly. Astrology just reflects life, it doesn't cause life, but the main highlights this week are about three things. Is that we have our full moon in Leo. It's about to bust. And there's a whole video that me and my brother Christian posted about the full moon. If you'd like to see how that full moon affects your specific zodiac sign based on your chart, by all means, click that link down below and you're gonna love it, fam. It is like literally such a great video. The focus right now, guys, with the full moon in Leo, simply put, is like, are you fulfilled being yourself? Are you happy being you? Because Leo is the most personal sign of the zodiac. The full moon is ruled by the sun. Are you happy being alive? And really, the question, because answers are contained within the question to ask yourself is, what do you need? But ask it to yourself. Just say, hey, what do you need? And like send that question to the heart space. What do you need? And just be willing to listen, be willing to take the answer, and be willing to provide yourself love. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to debate me on this message, but love yourself. You deserve love. You deserve an abundance of love. And frankly, there's something weird about this polarity, this correspondence principle, where it's like the world could shower you with love. But if you don't have self-esteem, you'll kind of feel like it's fake, or you might be skeptical of it. You might reject it. The whole world could love you, but if you don't like yourself, you're fucked. And that's kind of somber, but it's the truth. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I like to have fun. I like to be goofy. You feel me? I was born to be a silly Billy. I was forced to lock in. Okay? Do you like yourself? You guys know what's crazy? I know you see my nails. And it looks like a fucking 3-year-old painted them. Do you know Donald Trump, the president of the United States? He said that there's only two genders. And I don't necessarily agree because my understanding is gender is like an identity. You can identify as a helicopter if you really wanted to, but like I was reading on whitehouse.gov. My brother-in-law told me this, but I checked it out. He said that based on our law now, or like this is written on their website, like they say gender is assigned at conception, which is crazy because it takes some time for the male chromosome to kick in. So it's like by the law of the land, everybody's a bad bitch. Everybody's a woman. So, I feel like the baddest bitch in the world. And I got a sick pump at the gym today. And I know that I'm a bad bitch. But anyway, I just had to get that off my chest. I don't know if you guys know this, but like you choose your identity. Why not be a bad bitch? Why not be a god? Why not be a goddess? Full moon in Leo says, let that shit go. Nobody knows you like yourself. This is a very personal lunation cycle, especially like when we're balls deep in the center of Aquarius. This video is grosser than it needs to be. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, fam. That's just what my heart wanted to say. Maybe I'll get like media training at some time in my life. Maybe I'll grow the fuck up. Maybe never in my life. Maybe when I'm 85, I'll still be completely unhinged. Who knows? Anyway, I'm being a silly Billy and I have a good time. But anyway, so full moon in Leo, sending us into the waxing phase, aka we're gonna lean into our feminine energy, not just because Donald Trump said to do that, but because when the moon is waning, we start to release. And the moon kind of shows us the mood. Moon shows us the timing. So, like generally speaking, first of all, we all have masculine and feminine energy, but when the moon is waxing and we're growing and we're taking action, we're in the masculine energy when we're acting out our goals and such. And you can set goals every day. I do recommend it. But when we hit that peak and then we go into the waning phase, that's a great time to lean into your feminine energy and to let go of things and be ready to receive and, truly listen to the call inside of your soul. And frankly, like I said, I'm going to go deeper. Like we have both of these energies. So we'll truly use them every single day. You wouldn't be able to survive without both on a daily basis. Be proactive, but also be receptive. And then you're going to be living a good life, my friend. So, the news today, as far as this week, very short, sweet, and simple. I'm going to run you through like the basics of the planets in a second, but just understand full moon break plus waning plus sun in Pisces plus Mercury in Pisces. So, mm, the back end of the zodiac is kind of silly, guys. Like Aquarius is about the universe, it's about the social context, it's about the group. And it's an air sign. It's very intellectual. Things can be kind of serious based on that note, this masculine sign. But Pisces, I mean, frankly, Saturn's in Pisces during this month. So it's like this will be more serious as well to some effect, but it's also more ephemeral and deep and universal. And, we're about to start the astrological new year. I say about to, it'll take about a month and a week once we slide into Aries. That's like a new year astrologically speaking. Okay. So Pisces is about letting shit go and about being one with the universe and really looking into the inner planes. So I love this, guys. And really, if you think about the lunation cycle, it's always been this way unless we have like a blue moon, but it'll be like new moon Aquarius, full moon Leo, new moon Pisces, full moon Virgo. So like, let me just dial in. Full moon Leo, then we get the new moon in Pisces. So this week is so key. If I were me, I am me. If I were me, what I would do is I would write a list of things I'm going to release from my life, things that don't support me in context of my goals. I could give you an example. Like, truly, I think this makes sense because I'm me, but I'll explain. I want to be rich. I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. I want to be wise. I want to make my dreams come true. I want to take my business from reaching thousands of people to reaching millions of people. So one of the things that came to me was I have a fear of exposure. And that's crazy because some of y'all be like, don't, no, the fuck you don't. And it's like, no, I fucking do. That's what holds me back, among other things, from scaling to the next level. So that's what I'm working on releasing, among other things. And as far as like getting rich, financial insecurity, debt, releasing that shit too. Gang, like I'm very pleased to tell you this is like, Mars do it, Mark. So it's a little personal check-in, trying to level with you guys, give you some inspiration, but also just like let you know I'm here and I exist. I'm so close to being out of debt. I was in debt for a long time. I'm like so close. I bet I'll be out by March. But even if I don't, I'll be out by April. Like, fuck, dude, I'm so jazzed. And it feels good not to have like the crushing weight of debt on you. Debt can be expensive. Like you can use debt to make wealth, but like at the same time, it can really destroy your wealth too. But I digress. That's really not what this video is about. This video is about make your dreams come true. It's about be fulfilled in yourself. Let go of any obstacles that you have from true expression and happiness and fulfillment. And then when we move to that new moon in Pisces, which we'll talk about later, we have this clean, fresh slate to really set new goals out and to manifest and to really will in the life of your dreams. And dreams is a key word for Pisces, truly. And also, Pisces is universal. So while we might be more proactive in setting our targets, I will say the thing about the Pisces energy is you don't know what the universe has in store for you. We don't know what we don't know, simply put. And that's really something to think about. We don't know what we don't know. Okay. So that being said, this Pisces energy, the next lunation, it may bring a new calling for a lot of us. It may be a fresh start. It might be just about, letting go of the heaviness of the past on some level, because that last sign, Pisces, it does carry a little bit of energy of everything that came before it. So essentially, I'm gonna run you into the chart and I'm gonna basically tell you, like, before that, what we could expect through Pisces, then I'll explain like the archetypes of these planets. And it's a really cool time to be alive. We have, one major aspect that's really calling out to me the most, Mars trine Saturn right now. And, Pisces is the fish. Pisces is a water sign. Pisces is mutable, it's feminine. So basically, the sun is our focus. So just understand the focus is going to shift over this week. Next Tuesday, sun moves into Pisces. So while we're in Aquarius, use this masculine energy, this rational, deductive, truth seeking, liberating consciousness to make your shit make sense. Think for yourself, like really key on the think for yourself. Like it's your life, friend. And you could literally be successful chasing your whole life after something you thought that you wanted. But if you forgot to ask yourself what you wanted, you might not even be fulfilled. And that would be tragic. Truly fucking tragic. Like, guys, I just want y'all to think about this. Many people do that. Imagine spending your whole life being like a doctor or a lawyer or something because your fucking parents told you that they wanted you to do it and you just wanted to please them, but your whole soul wanted you to paint, you know? And then it's like being on your deathbed with no more time and thinking like, fuck, I really wish I would have done a million different things. Like that's what scares the fuck out of me. I'm not here to project my fears, but my bad. Am I good? I just did it. I corrected myself. It's my good. It's like that's my truth, fam. It's like I want to live the best life I possibly can. So I will do everything in my power to ensure it. Opportunity cost scares me, fam. And I feel like it scares a lot of people. I'm sure I'm not the only one. The idea of like when you pick option A, you can't pick B. And when you pick B, you can't pick C oftentimes. I don't want to limit anybody's thinking because there if with some daring and creativity, generally speaking, we can get like everything we want from life. Okay. So that's really going on par with this Aquarius energy. Is like if you change the way you think, if you get more direct, you could probably make all your shit come true with the strategy. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is the liberator. It brings change. So the real theme with this one, this month, really, and especially the lunation cycle, please watch that video if you haven't yet. The moon is square Uranus, the full moon. The sun is square Uranus right now. So tensions are high. People are feeling anxious. There's, a lot to release, frankly. People can feel scared and out of place and spaced out. But fam, if you can embrace this chaos and sit still within yourself, like it will shake things up. It will liberate. It will remove things that you aren't serving and things that aren't serving you. You get what I'm saying? Like I really think it's a reduction. It's consolidation. It's about taking all the bullshit away so you can really focus on what matters in your life. And truth be told, these are transits, so like this will even play out collectively, or there might be some chaos, there might be some weird upheaval, and I mean that's a regular Tuesday if you really think about it. Like that's life. So I wouldn't worry too much about the shit outside of you. Worry about you can because you can control you at the end of the day. That's as far as it goes. Like, yeah, we can consistently control some things outside of us, but more frequently and more consistently, we can control ourselves. So that's my message for the world, okay? Is like get some direction when it comes to this Aquarius energy and really take time to separate yourself for a little bit and spend some time alone. And there is something to be said about Aquarius being, the group consciousness and really knowing who your true friends are. Spending time with people you want to be like, quality time with quality people is so key. Aquarius is about friends. So let me just put it this way, guys. Like, we are the company we keep. If you wouldn't be proud of your children to be like your friends, you need different friends. Okay? So, anyway, Pisces energy is like we're going to be more focused on the inner planes. We're going to be more focused on empathy and compassion and spirituality over the course of the next month, starting next Tuesday. So, that's pretty jazzed up. That's pretty cool. That's pretty baller if you ask me. Like I like that shit. I'm a South Node Pisces. I don't know y'all didn't ask, but the Leo in me needs to tell you everything about me. And the fourth month of my fourth year, I drew a picture and my mom put it on the fridge. No, I'm playing. I don't think so. I probably think I just lied to you. But anyway, and you got Mercury going into Pisces. It's going to be about thinking like a fish, looking at things with a universal lens. So I just want to say Mercury doesn't really do the best in Pisces. So it's not bad to have Mercury in Pisces. Frankly, I got it in the 12th house and I made it here just fine. Well, fine is relative, but like, Mercury governs perception. So the thing that you got to see about Mercury Pisces is you'll be able to perceive more universal truths in the bigger picture. But how do you translate that into something that's useful? That's the challenge, and communicating with some level of objectivity can really help other people understand you. But at the same time, there's universal truths and there's certain things that spirit will reveal to you that maybe aren't meant to be communicated, just expressed in some way. So really, communication is key, and not all communication is verbal. I've heard someone say, I read this in a book. I forget the book's title, but it said about 7% of communication is verbal. I don't know if it's really that number, but I see some truth to that. Like you can read body language, you can read, the room, you can look at people's actions and such. So my point is this, when it comes to Mercury and Pisces, you will want to spend some time reflecting and holding space in stillness and silence for spirit to speak to you, for you to hear the call of the soul. But also you may need to find a more creative outlet to communicate yourself, like art or dance or music or graphic design, finger puppets, interpretive dance. You feel me? There's a lot of things you could do. But anyway, let's talk about the other planets and I'm gonna sign out because your time is valuable, my time is valuable, brevity is key, but also depth and comprehensiveness. So I'm really gonna give you the rest of the planets as like a brief overview. That being said, remember you are a solar system. Your body is a system your soul made to incarnate. So as above, so below, so within, so without. You're looking at the sun and the moon and the planets and the stars, but you're really looking at yourself, okay? So, Venus is in the sign of Aries. And if that wasn't a sign to love yourself, I don't know what was. Venus said, love your face, choose a powerful, beautiful self-image. I think I should unpack that real quick. The way you look is not the same as your self-image, the way you think that you look. And fam, the universe doesn't make mistakes. That's what you got to understand. Is like there's always going to be something to scrutinize or criticize or take issue with, especially when it comes to yourself. Like, gang, I could give you a whole list of insecurities. I know a lot of people look at me and they're like, damn, he's a handsome man. And quite frankly, I am. But at the same time, gang, can you believe that like some of the most beautiful people feel the ugliest on the inside and on the outside? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So there's some things you can change about your appearance. Like for instance, when I was like 20 pounds lighter, I felt thin, lanky, and weak and frail and less attractive because of it. So when I started working on my physique, that did make me feel better, and not just to look better, but like to be stronger. It kind of goes hand in hand. Who doesn't want to look better? But the end of the day, fam, what I'm really trying to convey to y'all is like, please recognize that the only one holding you back from loving yourself is you. It sounds so redundant to put it that way, but it is so true. In order to love yourself, you only need your permission to love yourself, okay? But you got to consider you have a relationship with yourself. And that's a very Venus Aries thing to consider is that, if you had a person in your life, let's say, that consistently mistreated you or consistently neglected you or didn't talk to you or abandoned you, it's like, would you be their friend for that long? Would you be their lover? Think about this, gang. If you were in a romantic relationship and your lover didn't look you in the eye at all during the day or during the whole week, or let's say even the month, would you still be with them? Most of the time, the answer is no. So it's like, why do you go a whole day without looking yourself in the eye? Why do you go a whole day without talking to yourself? Like, think about it. It doesn't make any sense. Give yourself the love you want others to give you. Show up for yourself. And love is, demonstrated in a bunch of different ways, like physical touch and words of affirmation and gifts and quality time and service. So it's like, give yourself all those gifts. Speak love and life into yourself. Spend time with yourself. Give gifts to yourself. Do good things for yourself. Service. It's like when you're in the gym, get it in. And I really want to speak on this, kind of circle back to the Leo energy with the full moon. The arcana for the moon in Leo is strength. So, like, gang, I really feel the message the universe is trying to give a lot of us is like, you actually need to take your fitness journey seriously. We are so lucky in this world that most of us don't have to have a physical job or do any labor a lot of times. Like, I'm a knowledge worker. I can literally make all the money I need sitting at this desk, which is insane to think about because you'd have to sweat like 16 hours a day in the past if you were a peasant. You get what I'm saying? So it's like we got to do something to strengthen our body. We got to do something to make sure that we are capable of weathering the storm and taking the weight of the world on our back, you know? Powerful people have powerful bodies. That's the message. So, beyond saying it, be about it. Venus and Aries energy. So you got Mars in Cancer, which is ironically ruled by, or I should say, Mars in Cancer rules over Venus and Aries. So there's this emotional orientation right now. You can really use Mars in Cancer. By the way, I'm a Mars and Cancer person. So personally, I like the transit of Mars in Cancer, but I also understand this is very frustrating for some people because Mars shows direction, and this is internal now. It's Cancer energy. So you can see a lot of people completely lost, feeling aimless. You can see people frustrated, having to process their emotions that have been backlogged for who knows how long. Like, I really think this is about strengthening your emotions, being emotionally strong. And in order to do that, it sounds redundant as well. But feel your feelings. It's not redundant because the alternative would be to run from your feelings or hide from your feelings or numb them, suppress them, project them, reject them, etc. So feel the feelings. Even if you feel depressed, sad, anguish, full of pain, it's like just feel it and just go with the flow. Just let the wave pass, okay? And Mars in Cancer has a lot to do with, getting your own fulfillment, especially when it comes to close friends and family, the things you care about, which is Cancer energy. Ask for what you want, be direct in the way you get your emotional needs met. Do not be manipulative, don't be shady, don't be passive aggressive. And it's easier said than done, but that's the guideline for success in this time. We've got Mars squared up with Chiron. I said I wasn't going to talk about any aspects. Well, there's two really Mars trine Saturn, but I also want to speak on Mars square to Chiron right now. It's that Mars square to Chiron is really about healing our will, healing our desires, being more direct when it comes to asserting ourselves, and feeling pain, frankly, challenging feelings of ineptness or defeat or feeling like we're broken. Like the focus on healing, whether we want to or not, there's a lot to heal. But anyway, the beautiful thing that I'm seeing is Mars trine to Saturn, which is really going to be present all week. And we've had it last week. So there's a gift going on right now, gang. And these are two planets in water signs. So the best thing you can really do is, again, feel your feelings. And if you know where you want to go, AKA you've set goals and targets, which is very Mars-like, Saturn is going to come in with that trine and really help you structure this. So it's like the worst thing you could do after watching this video is not have goals. Straight up, man, because I know the world is fun now and entertainment is crazy. And it's like you go from, I know if I can speak for myself, you can go from one video to the next, to the next, to the next, and to the next, and 4 hours passed. So for the love of God, do not get off of this video and go to another video without having a list of goals. Do it now. If you have a list already, salute. But it's like if you don't, this is your message for you to improve your life and not wait for anybody else to do it. Mars in Cancer has a lot to say with acting on impulse, like taking action immediately once you feel that thing, like that ability to execute when you understand where you want to go. It needs to be instant. It needs to be immediate. Like this is kind of Aries moon energy. If you really think about it, it's like do it now. Do not wait. Don't fucking wait. Patience is a virtue, but inertia is a vice. Okay. Urgency is a virtue, but desperation is, some would say, a vice or an illusion or a burden. So it's like we want to shoot for the middle, but it's like, gang, if you hesitate, if you procrastinate, you're only hurting yourself. And I know there's nuance to that, but just please take your life into your own hands, take fulfillment into your own hands. Don't wait a second to do things that would make you happy. Because that's the end of the day, the message. If I could make this one message, one word for the whole video, especially in the theme of Leo full moon, it's about being happy, happiness. You deserve to be motherfucking happy. I'm sorry if nobody ever told you that shit, but you deserve to be happy. Anyway, we got Jupiter and Gemini all week. Because of that extra long retrograde, it's going to take a second for it to actually speed up. But Jupiter and Gemini just says, please, for the love of God, don't get distracted. Jupiter is about expansion and direction, and it's all mental. It's all Gemini. So there's a lot to learn. If you don't want to learn, this is going to be a weird time for you, and you might not feel the best, and you might even become arrogant, like I know everything already. And then your lack of results will really just be proof of confusion, and you'll feel high about yourself, and you'll have all this unearned confidence, aka arrogance. So let's not do that. Like, know who your mentors are, gang, when it comes to Jupiter and Gemini. And what that literally means on the inverse is recognize very quickly when people cannot give you advice. Be humble enough to listen to anybody, but it's like just understand that you would really do well not to take advice from people you don't want to be like. Also sounds kind of redundant, but it's worth saying. As far as Saturn Pisces goes, Saturn in Pisces is about mastering your emotions. It's about mastering empathy. So setting emotional boundaries is really key. You're not here to play Captain to Save a Hoe. Yes, you feel the whole universe inside of your soul, which is really cool. Empathy is a strong gift, but it's like there has to be limits to everything. Okay. And it's not your job to martyr every time that you want to serve. I want to say something really like Pluto Aquarius kind of wrap these things into each other. If you really think about Pluto and Aquarius, that's like the world's soul begging for freedom and birthing more unity, which is really cool. And many of us forget that Saturn is the ancient ruler of Aquarius. So Saturn is ruling over Pluto right now, which is a weird world if you really think about it. And for some people, they'll see this as a broken world, and they're not wrong to see it that way, frankly. But Saturn in Aquarius, I should say Saturn ruling Aquarius, Pluto, is really saying with your whole soul, and I feel it in my soul, guys. Like when I say you're a solar system, I really want y'all to be able to understand in the body where these planets play out. Pluto is actually the soul. So the best thing you can do for the world is be a leader. And just remember, leadership only happens through example. You have to show people what to do, not just tell them what to do. The best thing you can give is an example. So my point kind of goes back to Saturn Pisces. If you consistently martyr yourself and drain your cup dry to the point where you are broken, destitute, impoverished, you're not setting the best example for the world. I mean, unless you think there's a value or a virtue in poverty, you may be doing that because you think it's a great thing, but I'm just going to keep it a buck with you guys. There's no value in poverty. Poverty can't buy shit. And it's not just about acquisition because materialism is an illusion as well, but poverty can't do shit. You can help way more people with strength as opposed to weakness. You can help way more people being rich than you can being poor. This world is abundant and rich. I hurt for the world, man, because this industrial revolution programming, this capitalist society, this neo-feudalistic bullshit, this patriarchal oligarchy, this plutocracy has got a lot of us confused and making us feel like we don't deserve abundance or that the world is scarce. It's not scarce. There's a resource disparity. The richest 10 people in the world own more wealth than the bottom 50%. Is that fucking fair? No, it doesn't make any motherfucking sense. Like, yes, I will say it happens. Like we can talk about nature and human nature. It's like it's inevitable that this would have happened over time. But like this shit ain't right, fam. Like, bro, think about it. If the top 10 people who owned more than the bottom half just decided to literally cut their wealth in half, the well-being of the rest of the world would change, and these 10 people would still be fucking rich. Still be fucking rich. It's just crazy, man. So we're on the precipice of crazy, beautiful changes. And I just encourage everybody to stay optimistic, stay lighthearted. Like, just understand that with creativity, with unity, with collaboration, You can make your dreams come true, fam. I'm just one example of this. Like, I don't want to talk about myself a lot, even though it is Mars Day with Mark. But I just want y'all to know, fam, if I can make my dreams come true, you can too. All it takes is a little bit of creativity, a little bit of daring, some confidence, and then persistence. Like, you're not guaranteed to succeed, but if you don't quit, you'll win eventually. Eventually. You just gotta have that winning attitude. Like, gang, I came from the bottom. I came from depression. I came from not wanting to live this life, trying to check out multiple times. Graduating high school with a 1.7. I never went to college. I'm talking my GPA was tanked. I graduated with depression, anxiety, drug addictions, and horrible grades. But I still created a life that I love. I still found financial freedom through my own business. And I'm only 26, the sky's the limit. And this is not about me. I'm not saying this to flex at all. Like, I flex to flex. I don't need to talk about my credentials or my success or my accomplishments. My point is just this. It's like, fam, if a fucking baby and an idiot can do something like this, like, fam, you can make your dreams come true. There's people getting rich on the internet just selling stickers. Like, goddamn, this is crazy. And you know what? And they're making people happy doing that shit as well. They're contributing. There's people that totally left that 9 to 5 rat race and just got a van and they're living a nomad lifestyle and they're happy. You know what I mean? And like some of these people, it's just creativity, man. Just create your life. Just remember you're the creator. If you forget that, your life is going to produce a lot of frustration for you. I promise. Okay? But I ain't got too much else to say because my time is valuable. Your time is valuable. Let's make the most of it, guys. Make sure you know your goals. Make sure you have a target, Fire family. Fire is sight, fire is vision. If you don't have a vision, you are aimless. And if you are aimless, you are destined to be depressed at some point because you're either going to build your dreams or someone else's dreams. And you'll be lucky if you build someone else's dreams that brings you fulfillment, but it better be aligned with your dream, fam. A lot of people just are failing in life because they don't ask themselves the right questions. You got to understand that questions contain the answers. So asking yourself the right question is the cheat code to life. And with that, I'll leave you my peace. Blessed be and blessed we.